Hello, and welcome to another installment of Twin Flame Success Stories, where I show you real people that I've helped to be with their twin. I met my twin flame. I went through the whole hellish process. So I'm personally invested in this. This isn't for me to brag, this video series. Here's the thing. You're looking around on the internet like I was 7 years ago. There's all these people giving you all this different advice. Nobody's got a consistent answer. There's literally like 900 different ways to get your twin flame back, apparently. You don't know who to listen to. How do you know who cracked the code? How would you be able to tell, right? Because you could be looking at me and you might be thinking, well, Kurt, you're just another guy on the internet. Why should I listen to you? Yeah, that's a fair question. Why should you listen to me? Well, guys, here's what I've been telling people: results matter, not what people say. I mean, that's fair, right? You want proof. Like, Kurt, why should I listen to you? Well, I've coached over 7,000 twin flames, and I've got a whole bunch of students that I've helped that are married to their twin flame, living together. They're manifesting abundance. My twin flame is in my life. You guys, this works, and I've helped thousands of people to do it. And by the way, when you hear what I say about twin flames, you're going to see why, because it's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense. So, strap in. We're going to talk about some teachings today also. So, of course, this video, I'll show you my testimonials and we'll talk about some of these things. This is actually a really great video series for you to be watching, my Twin Flame Success Stories, because I cover these teachings, guys. So, free stuff today on this YouTube channel. This first testimonial is actually on a testimonial video, and we'll come back to that. That's SJ. But this is from Spiritual School. First here, my twin flame is back too after 4 years. We speak all the time. He took me for dinner and offered me a job. Haha. Thank you, Kurt. You saved my life. Aw. Well, shit, that's a pretty big compliment. Thank you. Uh, I'm one of your students. It's so peaceful with us now. So notice 4 years, 4 years, guys. And this is something like I'll hear people ask, they blocked me, right? I don't have any way to get a hold of them. They blocked me on all the different social medias. I couldn't even talk to them to have a conversation with them. Like, even if I wanted to work it out, you can't. You can't talk to them, right? And it's hopeless. There's nothing I can do. Well, actually, here's the thing, guys. You are your twin flame. You are them. Yeah, there is something you can do. And it seems or sounds like magic, but it's not. It's physics. Okay. There's a mechanism. All right. And the mechanism works the same for everybody. Your experience might be a little different. It might vary from person to person, but like when I start asking people questions, like somebody tells me, oh, I think I met my twin flame. I'll start asking them a bunch of questions about their experiences, but what I'm looking for is the mechanism underneath what they're telling me. It's kind of like a word problem. Do you remember that from math class in like grade school? Remember that word problems? And so I listen to everything they say and I'm looking for the numbers. I'm looking for the data. So that's the cool thing about this is there is a physics reason why they run. And there's something that you can be, let's just say for now, to get them to stop running. So we'll get into that. Let's get through the rest of these testimonials here. Again, this one right here, this is SJ. She made an appearance on my YouTube channel. Her twin flame came back. Originally, she said, I don't want to be with him, right? And that's one of those myths. People are going to tell you, you have to be with your twin flame. And if you don't want to be with your twin flame, you're not a real twin flame. No, you actually don't have to be with them, guys. You get to choose. So when your twin flame comes back, You could be with them or you could not be with them. It's up to you. Now, later, he came back again and she was like, "Oh, okay, you're kind of cute." And so now they're together. So it all worked out. And she's super happy about that. Okay, this next one is on this advertisement that I'm running right now for my sale. So I want to document this one because we usually delete these ad videos after the sale ends. But look at this right here from Heather Pipkins. Hello, Heather. Kurt! She's all excited. The running and chasing has stopped. Thank you for everything you do and stay awesome. Well, thank you. You stay awesome. This last few months has been hell. I'm not going to lie, but it's all been so worth it. So thank you again and stay blessed. Simple enough. So her twin flames back. And again, something I want to stress this, like this person over here, and they go, it's been 4 years. Right. Same thing. Your twin flame, they have you blocked. It's been 4 years. They're running away from you, like with Heather here. Whatever it is, guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's been 4 years. It doesn't matter if they have you blocked. It doesn't matter what the situation is, guys. You are your twin flame. You are your twin flame. Now, what's the one thing everybody says about twin flames? And I mean, everybody gets this one thing right. It's that you are one soul in two bodies. That's like the reason the term twin flame was invented in the first place, right? That's why that was created, twin flame. It's one soul in two bodies. Okay. So everybody agrees about what twin flames are, right? Okay. Well, if we all agree about what twin flames are, what's the problem? Like why is it when you look around on the internet, there's literally like 900 different answers that you're going to get from people about what to do. Why is that? Guys, your twin flame is your soul. You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. And something we're going to get into here in a little bit is the fact that your twin flame is actually one of your past lives. I'm serious. Your twin flame, it's like it is reincarnation, guys. This is a real phenomenon. And yes, there is a real explanation for it. There are mechanics to how this works. So, in other words, someday, a long time from now, we hope, right, when your twin flame does the thing that we call die, they go back up to heaven and everything, right? Okay. They're going to reincarnate. And when they do, they're going to be you. Your twin flame is one of your past lives. And because, well, it actually worked out the opposite, but being that they are one of your past lives, that is why there is the push-pull, right? That's why your twin flame runs. That's why there's that polarization. You ever notice that? Like the more you focus on them, the more they got to get away. That's the whole problem because that's the mind. Remember, you are body, mind, soul, right? So we're going to get into this stuff. You just need to understand how these things work. Your twin flame is your soul. And there's long established spiritual teachings about what the soul is, its consciousness, it's beyond mind. And my information here is coming from the big teachers like Buddha and Jesus and Yogananda and Ram Dass and Eckhart Tolle, right? Like the highly recognized spiritual masters. What are they going to tell you? They're going to tell you that you are not your mind. You are consciousness. Consciousness is not thought or emotion. And you don't think your way there, okay? That's your soul. That's who you are beyond the mind. These are the classical spiritual teachings of genuine Zen spiritualism, not the Fruity Loop, New Agey hype stuff on the internet. And I'm not here to put anybody down. Honest. I'm not trying to be mean, right? But here's the thing, guys. How are we ever going to figure this out and get this all straightened out so that you can feel better and get your twin flame to come back if we don't like get to the bottom of things? Like if we don't figure out what the truth is. And the only way that you're going to see the truth is if we talk a little bit about what something is not And then we talk about what it is. And it's that contrast that's going to get you to have that aha moment. So that's why, for example, like I do spend about half the time on my YouTube channel busting twin flame myths. And there's a lot of them. Okay. And most of it's coming from perfectly nice people, actually, very well meaning, nice enough people, but they're just confused, guys. And they're confusing you, and it's not your problem. So we'll get into that stuff a little bit more deeply. So, but I've kind of already done a little bit of setup. We're going to talk more about the teachings, but I think you kind of get where I'm going with this already, right? You're a soul. The soul is consciousness. It's beyond mind. So you need to do something that's not the mind, right? Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff, right? So we're going to get into that. Let's wrap up with these testimonials. You can just go here. You are watching video number 93 on my Twin Flame Success Stories playlist. I've been at this for a long time, guys. Almost 7 years now that I've been coaching Twin Flames. I've coached over 7,000 Twin Flames. I got a lot of these, you guys. And people like their privacy. They don't, this most of the content on this playlist is going to be a video like this one that you're watching right now, where I go over like comments that people leave on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook group or TikTok or whatever, right? And they're going, Kurt, my twin flame came back. Oh my God, we're going to get married, whatever. And then I go, congratulations. Would you like to come onto my YouTube channel and share your story? And they usually never answer. Right? And I get it, right? Like people like their privacy. Not everybody wants to put their face on YouTube in front of 110,000 people. But I do have, out of all the wonderful people that I've coached, I got these 8 people here. And that's a lot. That's more than anybody else has got, guys. And again, I'm not saying this to be like arrogant or stuck up or anything like that, but you guys, results matter, not what people say. And as of right now, I'm the only twin flame coach that's got this kind of a result. There isn't one twin flame coach out there that has one single person on their YouTube channel or Facebook group that's married to their twin flame, let alone thousands. Not even one. Why? This is the thing. You guys, I am the only person that's been able to help people be with their twin flame. I think that's stupid. I don't care about looking cool, you guys. I'll go live in a van down by the river. I used to want to do that, like in my early 20s, just me and my dog and my backpack and just roam around the country. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to do. I don't care about looking cool and being important, you guys. The reason I do this and the reason I'm so passionate is because I was in your position one time. It's so fucking confusing trying to sift through all this information on the internet. Who's got the answer? And the thing is, I'm the only one that's got all of these people married to their twin flame living together. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, I think if I had to make a guess, probably the reason is because people treat this like soulmates. They think it's soulmates. Guys, this is not soulmates, and it doesn't work anything like soulmates. Your twin flame is your soul. That's why everybody's telling you got to do healing, right? We'll talk about that in a little bit, but you don't need to do healing, actually. It's a way easier to get your twin flame back. Way easier. Um, People, they make this so hard, and it's not. It's actually not that hard. So I got all these people on here that I've interviewed. Ruxar, she's married to her twin. Baya, she's married to her twin. SJ, we just talked about. This is Ivy. Her twin flame wants her. Chanel, her twin flame wants her. Right? Like they won't leave them alone. Like always blowing up their phone, texting them. Chanel, she just contacted me the other day and just, like he showed up at my house. He won't leave me alone. Like that's a pretty nice problem to have, right? Natasha here, she's living with her twin. This is Gretel. She's married to her twin flame. Carly, she's one of the people. She said, I don't want my twin flame, but he wants her bad, you guys. He is all over her. He he won't. I mean, he's not like harassing her, but he's just like, please be my girl. I'll do anything. And she's just like, eh. And again, you guys, this is one of the myths. This is one of the myths. You have to be with your twin. You're not a real twin flame. Bullshit. Here's the thing. Your twin flame is rejecting you, and that's all. You don't have a choice. What I'm telling you is this is about freedom, freedom from like bondage and need. It's that neediness actually that really pushes them away, right? So when they come back, you get to choose. Having a choice is way better than just having your twin flame reject you. But this is for you, you guys. This is your spiritual journey. And I'm not talking about go live your best life. Oh, be the best version of myself, work on myself, blah, 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 like all that kind of stuff, which is actually really great stuff. But that kind of falls in line with all the stuff about healing and clearing your karma and clearing your chakras and that kind of stuff, which again, that's great. That's actually really good stuff. It's just it doesn't help you here, guys. Those things don't work on this journey. They work for a lot of things, but they don't work for this. And as a matter of fact, what's ironic is all that kind of stuff, it actually backfires a lot of it. Like the mirror exercise. If you're doing anything to get your twin flame to stop running, they run. They run harder. And it's because, again, the mind is push pull. It's mental energy. It's like, you know, the yin yang symbol? You know what that is. That's what that symbol represents. We live in a universe of duality. Okay. And your mind is one of those things. Now, the soul is non dual, it's a monad, it's this oneness. Okay. So remember earlier I said you are your twin flame. I had somebody ask me on one of my YouTube videos today. She goes, so okay, if I am my twin flame, if we are one, then should I pray for him? And I said, yeah, I wouldn't. Because you're focusing on them. You're hoping to get some kind of a different outcome than what you have. That's what makes them run. And by the way, that's not really you doing that. That's your mind. We'll get to that in just a second. That'll blow your mind, pun intended. But I told her, I go, you don't need really to pray for them because there is no them. It's just you. There's only you. And that's what she was asking me. Like, should I just pray for myself? And I was like, yes. And make sure you're doing it for you, not for your twin flame, because there is no them. There is no twin flame. That's literally you in another body having another experience. The question is, who are you? Because you're not a body and you're not a mind. Ultimately, you're a soul, and the soul is consciousness, right? So go check that out. I'm going to show you some free resources too, by the way. I got all kinds of goodies on this YouTube channel, free stuff. And again, these success stories videos, you could watch some of these actually, because I go over the teachings even more in depth than I'm doing in this video today. You know what I mean? Side note, I do reuse these thumbnail pictures. I do reuse them. You might notice there's duplicates, but these are all unique individual videos. You guys, every single one of them. I've coached over 7,000 twin flame students. Okay, this is my website. There's more testimonials on here. Hannah, I joined the introduction to the journey, and after 1 week, my twin contacted me and came to meet me to talk. There's SJ again. Okay. Claire, within 4 to 5 weeks of practicing Kurt's methods and attending online calls, my twin unblocked me. He even apologized. Who wouldn't love to hear that? An apology from your twin flame. 1 year after booking the introduction to the journey, my twin flame unblocked me. See? There's 2 people. They unblocked me. You don't even have to have a conversation with your twin flame, guys. You are them. You are them. You are them. And again, stick around. I'm gonna hook you up with some free stuff. There's my paid stuff also. My twin flame came back. This is from Jessica. There's also this button. See where it says see more testimonials? You could click that. These are people that wanted to give a testimonial, most of them, and they weren't comfortable leaving a picture. So there's Hannah again, but then watch this. Here's Krista. right? So she didn't want to give a picture. But still, she gave us a very nice testimonial. Thanks to New World All Star, I'm in a solid relationship with my twin flame. Claire, we just did. Okay, Carissa. Here's another person, Carissa. It's been 5 months and I feel great. And my twin flame has unblocked me and wants to talk. So there's another one that unblocked her. And there you go, guys. I mean, there's about 90 on here, and most of them are like text based um, testimonials. Now, let's talk about some free resources, and then we'll also talk about the paid resources that I have that are super affordable. There's these two playlists on my YouTube channel. You guys got to go check them out, man. I've got so much content on here. Any question that you have about twin flames, I probably already made a video about it. So there's this twin flame science playlist. Again, what are twin flames? There's a science-based explanation that explains what twin flames are, right? And I've already given you a taste of that. The mind is push-pull, it's metaphysical. There's something called, you've probably heard of the first law of thermodynamics, which says that energy cannot be created or destroyed. You heard that before? Okay. The second law of thermodynamics is having to do with entropy and how greater energies move to lesser, right? It's like diffusion, excuse me, diffusion and energy systems, right? So energy generally flows from greater to lesser. So that's the second law of thermodynamics, right? So the mind is duality. You've lived several more lifetimes beyond your twin flame. And every time you reincarnate, your consciousness increases just a little bit as you're evolving. So you are this positively, it's think of like a battery terminal, okay? You're the positive and your twin flame is the negative. That's where the twin flame push pull comes from. And you kind of see how this works with the lingo that people use. We're going to talk about that in just a second, like separation and union, like what those words really mean. So we're going to talk about the lingo, but divine masculine, divine feminine, it's not really gender. It's that yin yang again. It's that plus minus, anode cathode, right? Good bad, light dark, female male, right? So that's where those labels came from. It's not based on gender. You don't need to balance your inner feminine and masculine. You don't need to do any psychological stuff at all. Healing, the mirror exercise, fixing your inner child. If you want to do that stuff, that's fine. I mean, I talked to a psychologist for a couple of years one time, but I was working out stuff with my family, you guys, like with my parents. You know what I mean? I have very good parents, but it had nothing to do with her at all, with my twin flame. You don't need to do any mental stuff or emotional stuff. That's the whole problem. And here's another problem on the internet. There's a lot of confusion about what spiritualism really is because people, they got you chasing your tail doing all this like weird healing stuff. It's not even real psychology. A lot of it turns out the kind of healing techniques they tell you to do is very self-invalidating and self-gaslighting, right? So it's not even real psychology. And then they call it spiritual. You guys, psychology is not spiritual and it never was. It's mental and emotional. And there's nothing wrong with that. Psychology is great. Actually, I highly recommend it. But again, it doesn't help you hear. Okay? This is being. This is consciousness. You are this divine essence that exists beyond mind. Okay? There's thoughts and feelings going on, emotions, thoughts, right? And have you ever said to yourself, why am I thinking about this shit? Right? You ever said that? Or why do I feel this way? Right? Everybody's done that. Okay. Who's asking? Who's asking? How is it that there is awareness of thinking and emotion? What is awareness? And this is the core teaching of genuine spiritualism. Again, Buddha, Jesus, Eckhart Tolle, Ram Dass, Paramahansa Yogananda, Alan Watts, Rupert Spira, Charlotte Jacobek, Adashante, Eckhart Tolle, the real spiritual masters. Everybody knows those are the ones that are teaching you genuine spiritualism, not the new age psychology. They put the label spiritual on it, right? And they call it healing. And again, I'm not here to judge. I'm not putting anybody down. These are actually, most of these people are actually like really nice people, and they genuinely want to help you, but it's just the blind leading the blind. They're just confused, guys. And this is, again, this is a problem even in like the general spiritual community. And all these people argue about how to do healing and stuff. And then Eckhart Tolle or Rupert Spira or Ram Dass, they're going to tell you, you don't need to do any of that stuff. You can be free today. You are not your mind. People believe themselves to be a mind, like this entity, right? A story. Like if I walked up to you on the street and I said, "Who are you? Tell me about yourself." You would tell me a story. You would give me like a history, right? I'm a mom, I'm a brother, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a teacher, I'm a truck driver. I've traveled to these places, I've done these things, I have these beliefs, right? That's who I am. That's what me is. But that's not who you are. That's a mask that we wear when we incarnate down here into 3D reality. You are this formless wave of abstract consciousness. Okay. You are beyond form. Okay. The soul is not conceptual. You can't actually understand it. You experience it. It's not thought. It's not mental. It's not emotional. You can't think your way there. There's no amount of thinking or like rearranging your thoughts or thinking different thoughts or feeling different emotions, right? Healing, psychology, right? No amount of that is ever going to help you achieve self actualization. Now, self actualization may actually trickle down and cause healing. That happens all the time. But you can't be putting the cart before the horse, dude. You are a soul, guys. It is consciousness and it is experienced as this divine essence. And I'll give you some. I'll tell you what. I'll give you some homework to do. So, am I making sense to you? This is beyond mind. That's why all this stuff everybody else is telling you to do isn't working. And again, when you work this through the mind, when you focus on your twin flame, or when you're doing any of these like weird healing techniques to get your twin flame to come back, they run harder, and you keep feeling shitty. It's not working. You've been trying it. It's not working. Okay. And I'm telling you, you don't need to do any of that shit. You're a soul and you don't understand that. You can't understand it. It's beyond understanding. You experience it. And it's not, oh, I get it. I got to take my focus off my twin flame and focus on myself. Well, not quite. You're close, but not quite. It's deeper than that. It's like this. You experience yourself as focus itself. It's not I focus on me. That's a subject object relationship, right? That's basically psychology. And there's nothing wrong with psychology. And again, you do this awakening instead of chasing your twin flame, and you do it properly. You align with your soul. Any like psychology that you want to do, it's going to work better, actually. Even my psychologist, who by the way, he was a self-described table pounding atheist. There's no God. He was a great guy. He was just funny, but that's what he said. I'm a table pounding atheist, right? He told me to do mindfulness meditation. And he didn't know that I was into that, because he knows that it works. Well, why does it work? But that's going to be lost on him, I guess, right? But I once read somebody I saw on the internet. They said, um, Ah, everybody knows that the soul brings you experiences so that you can learn lessons and grow. Well, now wait a minute. Look at that sentence. There's that subject object relationship again, right? Duality, the mind, subject object, this, that, me, you, right? So it was the soul is bringing me experiences. So if the soul is over there and it's going to bring me experiences, what does that make me? An ego, a mind, the ego mind, the personality. The name of the first chapter of Eckhart Tolle's book, it's called The Power of Now, his most popular book, The Power of Now. The name of the first chapter is called You Are Not Your Mind. You open it right up to the first page and it says real big, You are not your mind. You are beyond that. The ego personality is just this mask that we wear. It's this spacesuit that we wear while we are down here, but that's not who you are. And that's the first bit of homework I'm going to give you. Again, I told you I'm going to give you some resources so that you can go deeper with this. That's the first thing you need to do. You want to get your twin flame back? You got to read that book. So again, it's not I focus on me. There's no duality. There's no subject object relationship. It's just I. I am. That's it. It's being. Okay. All right. Next playlist, the True Twin Flame Teachings. I got a whole shitload of free content on here, 130 videos right now. I highly recommend starting with this video right here where it says the ultimate truth. It's called Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, and Detaching. Side note, there's a new YouTube channel that's using AI to basically like plagiarize the shit out of my content. And it's brand new. They just launched it like I think November of 20 so not even 4 months ago. Yeah, this video is 2 years old, guys. When you find out why we use these words, the real meaning of these words, separation, union, and detaching, you're going to have the biggest aha moment of your life, you guys. So go check that out. All your questions, they're answered in this video, guys. And watch the myths video too. That's like the first thing you need to do is let go of all the twin flame myths. Very, very important. You got to let go of the myths, stop chasing your twin flame, and align with your soul. Practice the art of Zen. Very simple. There's also my website. Again, some paid coaching right here. It's super affordable, guys. And I don't breadcrumb the information out. I give you everything up front, and I even have payment plans. Most twin flame coaches charge $1,200, and then it's not even real twin flame coaching. Again, no matter what somebody is charging you, nobody's doing it right. And I don't like that. I don't think it should be that way, but that's the way it is. So go check that out. Go check out my playlists. Read The Power of Now. Stop chasing your twin flame. Let go of the myths. Check out my paid coaching. Again, I've got payment plans also for the paid stuff. Have a great rest of your week, everybody. I'll see you next time.